Hey everybody, wishing you a great Sunday. For those of us in the world who had to change our clocks, I hope you remember to, because it is now 10:24 in the morning instead of 9:24 in the morning. I know it doesn't change in other places for another week or two. I mean, it's just the weirdest thing, changing time. I don't get it. I mean, maybe back in the days of the agrarian society needing more daylight for dealing with crops and livestock. I don't know. But it doesn't make a whole lot of sense at this point. So let's see, what's going on here? I'm slightly off too. The dogs were slightly confused when I woke them up to go out and go to the bathroom and get their breakfast, because it was an hour different from them, and they don't understand that the news said to change your clock. But so it'll get back to whatever it is in a day or two. Everybody will start to understand what time it is. Let's see. Yesterday we had Doral Pesh. It was great to kick the weekend off with some rocking music. God, she's such a badass singer. So good. And the band was fun, and it was really fun seeing so many comments in there. People were just shocked that that was recorded in Nashville, because everybody thinks of Nashville as a country music town, which, of course it is, but there's every genre of music gets cut there. I've done hard rock, I've done reggae, I've done contemporary Christian. I mean, you name it, they'll do everything, because the musicians are so good there that they get called for everything. So that was great. But I thought today I would go in a different direction. Now, one thing I'm looking forward to checking out today, today is the Grammy Awards. Now, I don't necessarily spend a lot of time watching the Grammys. Some of it gets really frustrating to me, and then they'll have the memoriam section of the show, and they'll leave out some pretty blatant people, and this is the last moment of respect that the industry can honor them with, in a way, and for the fact that they get left off the list and then people get pissed and stuff. So, but the thing that I'm really missing this year is we would do a show every year that's the Pre-Grammy show, and that show is unbelievable, and it's never televised. But they give out, I don't know, 70 or 80 Grammys during that show for everything that's not eye candy for the nighttime show, but really remarkable classical stuff, the technical side of the industry, and all these amazing awards. And Cheche Alara is the musical director for that, and we put together like an amazing band for that show, and it's so much fun to do that. We end up with like 70 or 80 pieces of music to do during the show, and it's intense and it's tough, and it's before the regular Grammy show, but apparently it's going to be streamed at noon West Coast time, Pacific time, on Grammy.com, I believe it is. It's on the Grammy site, and they'll be streaming. But for this year, Cheche ended up putting together, it's the 50th anniversary of the song Mercy, Mercy Me. And so what he decided to do was he put together an amazing band like he does every year, and we each contributed our parts to it. And then they had all of the nominated artists come in and sing like 4 bars each on it. And so there's all these musicians, singers, there's sax, there's flute, and it's one of the most well put together things you could imagine under the most adverse of circumstances, being still we're in COVID lockdown. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. That's going to play at noon sharp, because it's a TV show. It will be on the mark. So if you've got time and you want to check it out, otherwise I'll go ahead and maybe post it tomorrow I didn't want to post it. I got an advance copy of it, but I didn't want to post it until it's actually aired, and I don't want to take the wind out of anybody's sails doing any of this. So that's going to be fun today. A reminder that the live stream this coming week is on Wednesday, not Tuesday. It'll be Wednesday at 3 o'clock. I might come on early because with our hour time change, the people like over in the UK and different places overseas, it's going to get really late for them. It's late enough normally, but there'll be another hour added on top of that for them. So I might come in, early. I will talk to Aaron and see if maybe we can log in, more like 2:30, 2:40, something like that, just so anybody that's over there that wants to get in and not be up until 2 in the morning can do it. But I haven't worked that out yet. But it's Wednesday, because Tuesday I'm doing this private function with Peter Asher, doing his show with Jeff Allen Ross and myself. And that should be a lot of fun. It'll be great to see both of them. I love playing with both of them. And Peter's show, his stories are some of the best in the business. So it's always I just dig sitting there listening to him tell his stories. Nobody quite like him. But I'm going to move on now because I got a whole bunch of stuff on play. So we had Doro yesterday. I thought I would go another direction today and revisit Jimmy Webb. And Jimmy Webb's one of the greatest songwriters in music business. And he's written some incredible songs, Wichita Lineman. Oh God, I mean, just go through his discography. It's unbelievable. Adios. So we did an album. I just came running in here to make some notes. This is an album called Suspending Disbelief that we recorded between February and March of 1993. We did most of it at two different studios up in Marin County. One is called The Site, and it was a great studio. I don't know if it still exists or not, but we did a number of projects there, and it was a great room. And then right across, when you got back down to the road, you just went up about another mile, and you were at George Lucas's Skywalker Ranch, and we recorded there. And that's just one of these most magical experiences one could ever have in their life, is to go see Skywalker Ranch. Oops, hold on, this might start playing. Hold on, waiting to see what's going on here. It's always great when you look at the screen and it starts doing things. Well, I'll keep talking, and if it starts to play, I'll shut it off. But Skywalker's remarkable, and I remember being up there doing, I think might have been one of Linda Ronstadt's projects, and Carlos Vega was playing drums on that. And I remember we were staying at Skywalker. They had really beautiful accommodations there, and I remember everybody had gone to their rooms, and we stayed at the studio, and then we went exploring the tech building and spent like an hour in the Foley room, trying out all kinds of stuff, just a couple of kids in a candy store. So that was amazing. But the lineup on this is pretty amazing. This album, it was co-produced actually, I guess, by Linda Ronstadt and George Massenburg, engineered and co-produced with Linda on this. Jimmy is doing, of course, vocals, piano, arranging, and conducting. Linda Ronstadt's also singing on this. The Skywalker Symphony Orchestra is the string section on this album. Steve Lukather and Dean Parks are on guitar. Ben Keith is on steel. Mario Guarneri is on trumpet and piccolo trumpet. Then it's myself and Russ Kunkel on it. And the background vocals, it doesn't get much better than this for background vocals. Valerie Carter, David Crosby, Leah Kunkel, Craig Fuller, J.D. Souther, and Don Henley. Not a bad lineup. So I'm going to play a few tunes from this because it's just a beautiful album. And I've done a lot of stuff with Jimmy over the years, and it's always such a treat because he writes quite different than anybody else. And his own performances of his songs are really quite moving and different than the artists that have covered them. So let's get started. This is called I Don't Know How to Love You Anymore. changes are so good.
As any fool can see, maybe that's the reason it's so clear to me. We're taking different roads, we speak in different codes. We're masters of disguise, turning into people we don't recognize. And I don't know how to love you anymore. When did that feeling go away? It's hard to say, it happens slow, like the closing of a door. But it's gone without a trace. It's a fact I've got to face. I don't know how to love you anymore. We've got our routines, friends in faded jeans. We watch people live on television screens. We hear the silence roar. It's got no place to go. Sometimes it gets so loud. It's deafening when two's a crowd. And I don't know how to love you anymore. I can't remember how I felt. It's hard to tell, it doesn't flow the way it did before. It's a hurt that has no name. It's a fire without a flame. I don't know how to love you anymore. And now all the king's horses have been. Tell me how can they put us together again? How can they mend us again? I don't know how to love you anymore. It's a lesson I forgot, and now it's not a debt I owe. I'm so tired of keeping score. It's a crime that knows no blame. It's a sin that has no shame. I just don't know how to love you.
Jimmy's also really a fine pianist, but now listening to that, it strikes me every time when I hear Russ Kunkel playing with brushes. He is the most expressive drummer with brushes. He can tell such stories just in his brushwork on projects, and it's been that way since the very beginning of James Taylor Records. He's amazing. It was great, we were just talking yesterday. We're just all anxious by hopefully the end of the month to be getting together and start playing every day and get our mojo back up, playing together rather than seeing each other on realizing we are actually larger than postage stamps. That's the last year has pretty much been just looking at Zoom of each other. But yeah, Jimmy, just special. So here's another one called Postcards from Paris. Very adult chords in his writing.
Dear friend of mine, the weather's fine. Today I saw some ruins of the Roman world's decline. I climbed up those Spanish stairs, you've heard of them no doubt. But Rome has lost its glory, I don't know what it's about. And I wish you were here. I wish I was far and all the Russian traffic stills. Wish you were here. And the bells were ringing on the 7 hills. I make my way to a small cafe. I wonder what you did today. I wish you were here. Dear one at home, I just flew in from Rome. Paris is a postcard, all decked out in color chrome. So I climbed the Eiffel Tower high, I prayed to Notre Dame, but I just can't find the romance, and I wonder why I came.
Lyrics are amazing.
On the Champs-Elysees, lovers walking hand in hand. They take one look at me and seem to understand. This city of light is a lovely sight, but the first bright star I see tonight. I wish you were here. And now I write this from the plane, drinking cheap champagne, wondering how two people got so far apart. And I wish you were here in London, where the rain is pouring down. On this airplane heading back to New York, I'll never leave you alone again. I'm coming home, but until then, I wish you were here. I wish you were here. I wish you were here. I wish you were here, baby. I've been all around this great big world all on my own. Wish you were here. None of it's any good when you're traveling alone. Wish you were here. Hear people talking all the time about that Taj Mahal. Wish you were here. When you get up close, it ain't really much of anything at all. Went down to Costa Rica to a much but sit around and think about you all day.
Oh man. First off, once again, brushes, Russ Kunkel, amazing. And also just breathing together. And see, it's not click, it's such a deep emotional attachment doing songs like this between the musicians. It's an intense listening experience to each other and responding to each other and finding just these little nuances between parts that just weave this whole thing together into a tapestry. And just dynamics. I mean, there's the old joke, yeah, and everybody goes, let's play with dynamics, and the guy will go, dynamics? I'm playing as loud as I can. That's not the case in this kind of music. There's a real, as Judith Owen's first album I did with her was called Ebb and Flow. There's an ebb and flow through this, where the music just breathes. When it needs to pick up, we all pick up, and when it needs to come back and get intimate, we do it. And then generally, most of these tracks, songs like this, are gotten in the first couple of takes of them. You sort out the chart, first take, make sure you got everything right on it, the chord chart or whatever notations you need, and then from then it's really just a response. And generally, everybody's like so kind of nerves are tingling, so we're like right at it immediately. Here's another tune. This is called Just Like Always. God, I love Jimmy's writing. It's really great.
Sunset every time look both ways, so incomplete. And I think that I might see you, but of course I don't. And I wish that you would call me, but I know you won't. And I love you anyway, just like always, just like always, baby, just like always, just like always.
Why waste 100 nights
don't do
testing
this.
a mattress? Head into
Where
Ashley
is-
Home Store
oh,
and
no.
experience your new mattress in a box before you
Nope,
buy it.
it's
Then simply order
disappeared.
online or from your local store. Click the link to have better sleep shipped free to your door.
This is
Ashley
weird.
Home Store. This is
I'm not
home.
seeing this anywhere on here. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I just found it. Oh, God, I just love technology. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. Okay, I'm going on to, this is the last song. This is the, everything was going so well. I was in a beautiful mood, and then all of a sudden, there's poop on my shoes. Okay, last song here. This is called Elvis and Me. This is a little more tongue-in-cheek. Oop, now dogs are barking. What's going on out there, you goofballs? Yeah, it was great, almost getting knocked out of the hammock yesterday. When they're barking with the neighbor next door, it's not, the neighbor's dogs actually many times are the instigators of this. They run over to the fence and start barking, and then the guys run over and they join in the choir. And then they all just stand there for a while, just barking at each other and kicking their feet. It's pretty silly, but then when I find myself, the hammock is right next to that, and I thought, God, I've been at it all day. Just 5 minutes in the hammock would be nice, just to kind of chill out, stretch my back on the thing. And needless to say, then all hell breaks loose and they're going crazy. And then they run over and they want to jump in the hammock with me. But that can't happen, but they can certainly knock me on my butt in that thing. So almost got there yesterday. Here's Elvis and Me. Sorry for the digression.
and how sweet. There were stars and pretty girls everywhere. Rock and roll royalty just sitting at his feet, and the charge of electricity in the air. I don't expect you to believe me, and I don't really care, 'cause I was there. I was there. I was his number one fan, and when he died, part of me passed on too. If only he called me, I'd go. I could have saved him for sure. He just needed a friend. He must have been so insecure. That old rock of ages couldn't hide him anymore. But do you see that empty stool? Well, it's sitting there right now, and it's still Elvis and me. Me and hell, hell, I'll buy anything, but the colonel will sell me that.
Yeah.
I know that it's wrong, but I just can't set him free. Can I tell you a story? Can I tell you a story? Well, can I tell you a story about Elvis and me? Well, can I tell you a story? Well, can I tell you a story? Well, can I tell you a story about Elvis and me? Elvis and me. Elvis and me. Elvis and me. About Elvis and me. Elvis and me. Elvis and
He's just great. I mean, I just love great songwriters. You know, just it's great craftsmanship in these songs. Randy Newman writes like that. You know, it's just this really just beautiful structured songs, and I just love it when the writer can be the artist and do it, because their interpretation is really unique unto most of the artists that cover their material. But so that's Suspending Disbelief, Jimmy Webb. So I just now I will get off to my day, and you can get off to yours, whatever it is. Remember, it's an hour different than it was yesterday, and we'll be back to start a fresh week tomorrow, and I look forward to it. So take good care, stay safe, stay safe, stay safe, for yourself, for your family, for your friends, and for your community. And thank you all the people that are working so hard through the weekends, just taking care of people who are sick and suffering through this all. And be smart. That's all I want to say, is just be smart and stay safe. So, okie doke. I will see everybody tomorrow, and have a great rest of your weekend. Okay, bye-bye.